In this video, we are going to talk about how we multiply by using the area model. Our first step, once we have our problem, 46 times 3, is we draw a rectangle, which I have done right here. Our next step is to fill in what we know. We have 46 times 3. We are going to fill in both a length and a width on our rectangle. Because our length is longer, I'm going to choose the bigger number, which is 46. Then I have to fill in for my width, and because 3 is smaller, I'm going to put it on my side. Now we have to expand both sides. When I look at 3, 3 is already in expanded form. When I look at 46, though, I can expand 46. So 46 in expanded form is 40 and 6. And I'm going to draw a line down my rectangle to split it up. My next step is to then multiply to find the area of each box. When I'm multiplying to find the area, I'm multiplying my length times my width. The length times my width in the first box is going to be 40 times 3. So in here, I'm going to write 40 times 3. Then in my second box, my length is 6 and my width is 3. It's the same length as it was over here. So I'm going to do 6 times 3. In class, we talked about a few easy ways to do multiplication of larger numbers like so. If we do 4 times 3, we get 12, and then I can add this 0 to be 120. Then I do 6 times 3, and I get 18. My next step is then to add up all the boxes, or all the areas in the boxes. So on the side, I do 120 and 18, and I make sure I line up my digits, and then I add. 8 plus 0 is 8, 2 plus 1 is 3, 1 plus 0 is 1. So my total area is 138, and I'm going to write that in my bottom corner to show that that's my area. So my answer is 138. For this problem, I'm going to do 427 times 5. So now I drew my rectangle. Now I'm going to fill in what I know. I'm going to fill my longer side in with 427, and then my width is going to be 5. Now I'm going to expand both sides. Well, 5 is already in expanded form, but now it's time to expand my 427. 427 in expanded form is 420 and 7. Now I'm going to multiply to find the area of each box. For this box, my length is 400 and my width is 5. So I'm going to do 400 times 5. For this box, my length is 20 and my width is still the same, which is 5. Then in this last box, my length is 7 and my width again is still 5. Now I have to multiply them out. Like we said in class, if I do 4 times 5, I get 20. And then I have to add those 2 zeros to get 2,000. Then for this one, I do 2 times 5 to get 10, and I add that last 0 to get 100. And then 7 times 5 is 35. So I multiplied to find each of my areas. Now my next step is to add up all the boxes. 2,000 plus 100 plus 35 will give me my total area. 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. 0 plus 0 plus 3 is 3. 1 plus 0 is 1. And 2 plus 0 plus 0 is 2. So my total area is 2,135. And that's the answer to the multiplication problem. Now I'm going to do a double 2-digit by 2-digit number. So first I drew my rectangle, now I fill in what I know. Because this side is my length is a little bit longer, I'm going to put 82 up top, and then 36 is going to be on the side. Now I'm going to expand both sides. Well, first I look at 36. I can expand 36 into 30 and 6, and I'm going to draw my line. Then I can expand 82 into 80 and 2, and I draw my line. Now I have to find the area of each of those boxes. So when I look at the first box, my length is 80 and my width is 30. So I'm going to multiply 80 times 30. In this box, my length is 2 and my width is the same as it was over here, which is 30. So I do 2 times 30. In this box, my width is 6 and my length is the same as it was up here, which is 80. So I'm going to do 6 times 80. And then for my final box, to find the area, my length is the same as it was up here, so 2. And my width is the same as it was over here, which was 6. So I'm going to multiply 6 times 2. So now when I do 8 times 3, I get 24, and then I have to add my 2 zeros. Then I do 2 times 3, and I get 6, and I have to add 1 zero. 6 times 8 is 48, and I add 1 zero, and then 6 times 2 is 12. Now I have to add up all the boxes. So on the side, I'm going to do 2,400, 480, 60, and 12, and add them up. So on the ones I have 2, in the tens place I have 15, carry the 1. The hundreds I have 9, and my thousands I have 2. So my area is 2,952 for the total. Here's how I would do a 3-digit by a 2-digit. So first I would draw my rectangle, then I would fill in what I know. So I would put my 149 up top and my 52 on the side. Then I would expand both sides. So I would expand this side into 50 and 2, because 50 in expanded form is 50 and plus 2. Then I would expand 149, which would be 100, 40, and 9. To find the area of this box, I do my length, which is 100, times my width, which is 50. So 100 times 50. Then for this area, I would do my length, which is 40, and my width, which is the same, which is 50. For this box, I would do my length, which is 9, and my width, which is again 50. So 9 times 50. For this one, my width is 2 and my length is again 100. So I would do 2 times 100. For this box, my width is still 2 and my length is still 40. So this one is 2 times 40. For this box, my width is still 2 and then my length is still 9. So I would do 2 times 9. So I do 1 times 5 and I get 5, but I have to add up those 3, put those 3 zeros on. 4 times 5 is 20, and then add those 2 zeros. 9 times 5 is 45, and add that 1 zero. 2 times 1 is 2, add the 2 zeros. 2 times 4 is 8, and add 1 zero, and then 2 times 9 is 18. And now I add them all up. 5,000, 2,000, 450, 200, 80, and 18. My ones are all zeros except for the 8. For my tens, 5 plus 8 is going to be 13, and then plus 1 is 14. So I carry the 1. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, and then 5 plus 2 is 7. So my total area is 7,748. And that is how you solve by using the area model and making sure all of your numbers are in expanded form.